The Innova Firebird is an intermediate speed driver. It's rated at 9, so it's kind of in that fairway speed. It's a very overstable disc that works great if you've got any kind of wind, you want to throw kind of a short range to medium range hyzer, or you're looking for a flex shot where you're going to force the disc over and count on it to come back. The thing I love most about it is I absolutely know which way it's going to finish every single time I throw it. So regardless of the conditions or the hazards on the course, I can put my full effort behind this disc and always trust that it's going to do what I think it's going to do and put me in a good spot. I think for a newer player, the Firebird is going to serve kind of a niche role in your bag. You're not likely to have enough power to really get this thing up flat and riding for any kind of distance, but everybody needs that disc that they can throw and skip around a corner and just know that it's going to finish hard. So I don't like being out on the course without a disc that I can trust regardless of the conditions, even if I don't get huge distance out of it. I just need it to be able to navigate around some corners, maybe throw a roller, great for overhand type shots if you need to get out of trouble with the thumber or the tomahawk. This is going to be a great choice for that kind of shot. And as you beat it up and work with it, it's going to get straighter and it's going to go longer. And as your power improves, you're going to find a whole slew of other uses for the Firebird. The Firebird can go all kinds of distances. For your top pros, I think you're going to see it coming up into that 400 to 425 foot range. For me, I'm not usually going to throw it quite that far. For me, I think of it as more of like a 350 type of disc. I'm going to use it on a low driven shot at that range or as a higher hyzer. And I think for a new player, it's going to be more like a 200 foot type of disc, but with a hard finish that you can always trust to get a big skip and flare around a corner. For me, the Firebird is really comfortable in my hand, both backhand and forehand. And granted, I've been throwing these a long time, so they feel just perfect to me. But you're gonna find not a very deep disc, it's fairly shallow, and the rim being speed 9 is not that wide. So for me, it fits into my forehand grip just perfectly. And in the backhand grip, it's comfortable, as are most discs. I find my forehand is a little more picky about the disc shape, and for me, the Firebird is just a perfect fit there for being very comfortable for me to throw that shot. There is definitely a risk when you're starting out with really overstable plastic that you're going to become a type of thrower that relies too much on that overstable flex game, even in wide open fields or in woods corridors where it doesn't really call for that shot shape. I think you have to be careful. While the flex is a really valuable tool, you don't really want that to be your primary weapon when you're going for distance. So looking at going into some less overstable discs and learning that hyzer flip angle game is going to be really important. Not that it isn't important to also know how to throw that really quick dumping hyzer or the flex, but you just don't want to fall into that trap of only throwing that super overstable stuff, because sometimes you just need that beautiful turnover shot that's going to be subtle and get around a corner in a slow way that this disc is not going to be right for, but there are a lot of other Innova models that will do that job.